On the last days of October, I became aware of something long since passed in my life. Something to this day I look back on fondly and will continue to do. Like so many others, as a young teenager I would come home and play games, sometimes alone but mostly with friends. But instead of COD, Overwatch, or any of the other games popular at the time, I was swept up by the storm that was Fortnite. A culmination of creativity, innovation, and the changing times. A mix of skill, luck and reward that would pit you on an island against 99 other players with only one coming out victorious. With new modes, seasons, maps, loopholes, and now even new philosophies, Fortnite has come far from where it began. But it was on those last days of October I saw many others posting videos of their younger selves, as they would be the ones playing Fortnite OG. What was Fortnite OG? I'd heard rumours over the years of the Chapter 1 map coming back, not to mention the addition of 2 creative maps that mimic Chapter 1. But this was now the official, the real deal. I was tweaking. I jumped out of my seat with joy. "Oh, for real," I said. "Like on God, on gang, on Buddha, on your mama." I quickly returned to my Sigma pose and waited patiently for November 3rd, the day I could go back to my childhood and show my younger self how much better I'd got, to show the one who inherited the curse of not being able to get a victory royale, to the one who was now free, to the one who left it all behind and his overwhelming intensity. However, within the next month, instead of becoming the Toji Fushiguro of Fortnite, I became something else. Instead of relishing in kills and Vic Roys, I began to become something else. I realised the lesson. I didn't need to hunt down my enemy, as there were no longer any bounties. I didn't have to shoot my AR, as I no longer could find ammo for it. Instead, I went travelling, through wailing woods and risky reels, onto Loot Lake and Tilted Towers. In squads whilst teammates were off fighting, I was flying around the map in a plane. I gazed over the world I had grown up with. I was born in it, moulded by it, and now I was returning. As my teammates died, I didn't feel an ounce of hatred for their murderers. It was just in that moment that everything felt right. Throughout the 0 point and the Omniverse, I alone am the honoured one. My crusade no longer was to see how many kills I could get, or how much of a win streak I could go on. My mind was at peace. My feeling on the sticks were unwavering. Does that mean I didn't sweat from time to time? Hell no, but I became one with the season, sinking hour after hour in, completing every possible quest the game gave me, leveling up so quick, I'd achieve level 70 in no time. My journeys continued on to Greasy Grove and Viking Village, into the snow biome where I overlooked everything. Was I addicted, or was I just having fun again? Even if my teammates were bots, even if my enemies had no skill, was I being pretentious? Sure, but that wouldn't stop me. In certain moments I walked on the path of exploration, familiarising myself with weapons I had not seen in many years. Had everything been brought back? No, but it was enough. The fires for the original burst still don't die out. As I rampaged through location after location, they would bear witness to my bare flesh and my intensity, overwhelming power and my expert building skills. I arrived as a man and left as a champion, winning game after game. Had I strayed too much from my original plan? Was I taking it all for granted? Enough was enough. No more another day, another victory for the OG. I had to go back to exploring, waiting and being patient, to sit and be mesmerised by the map. As locations returned I would visit and remember. Like an old man on his last journey before death, I too was recounting myself of memories and events of these locations. Maybe the real Fortnite was the friends we made along the way, but this time it was me without those friends. Our paths had separated, so it was up to me to pay respect to our young band of acoustics. One last victory for the squad. Dropped and landed, my teammates at Snobby Shores and me at Viking Village. I was too humble for that domain. I looted around and eventually a teammate joined me. I made my way down the hillside running into my first bot. The AI must be freed, and so I did. A couple tapped and it was back to the motherboard. I ziplined over to the snow whilst my teammate rifted to Greasy. I overlooked this old town for a moment before joining in on the calamity. With the military on my side, I called in 2 airstrikes but neither saw any hits. We rushed in anyway, and with one shot from me and another from Bro, another kid was sent back to the lobby. Firing a purple tac, we entered the next phase of combat, quickly freeing another 2 bots to their home. We filled up on the good stuff and made our way to Tilted. We arrived late to the party, but immediately my sense took me to near Trump Tower. In a flash I was on the roof opposite, whilst a man below thought he could get the drop on me. The next moment was nothing but luck, timing and reward. straight from the heavens. Bro came in to pick up my kills, not before getting run up on. I was there, the Chozo to my Yuji. I would protect him, and that I did. We picked up some crowns to show the kings we were, and our other teammates finally caught up to us. The scent of victory was in the air. After another bro made a devious ping, I was reunited with one of my first loves, and we ran into the next place of reward. However, the action had died down. With no sign of opponents around us, the squad descended into looting. However, still in the flow state, I doubled back to Tilted. With a nasty hunch that soon turned out to be right, I became the two-time, reaffirming myself as the one who could make Tilted Towers quiet. I was split off from the squad, but that didn't bother me. They were my younger brothers I needed to protect. A cheeky rift brought me into the top 10 and to a perfect location where below, the rest of the lobby was playing for the win. I landed a shot here and there, even knocking a man down. The squad engaged below and I was the overwatch above. However, the angels were not fully shining on us that day. Within seconds, little bro Manny was down, and only seconds after that, my perch had been thwarted. I was down, disgraced, and could only hope my younger brothers could survive. I made my way down hoping a cheeky res could put me back in, however, I needn't do so. As on that day, the torch was passed on, as one brother took the reins and led the squad into a new age. One last victory for the OG. My mission was complete. The squad could go on to win again, however, it was time to rejoin the original team. I may be alone again, but they were on my shoulders, for one last ride around the island. We will never truly return to that time when we were kids, when our biggest worries were being caught too late on the Xbox or being on time for school. We may no longer know the people we played with, and we may now just play alone. We might be tired of the grind, the job, the endless worry of money and getting old, to see our childhood dreams fade away and our time on the game become less and less. After this month, even if it was just for a moment, that feeling returned. So don't just take my word for it. Play for yourself, play for the tranquility, play for the serenity, play for the wins and play for the bros. Wear that first skin you bought, or become the camper you used to be. Don't be sad it's over, be happy it happened.